Hi everyone, today we will explore three different art aesthetics from different time periods. The first period I choose is early 17th centuries. During this period, Europe was experiencing intense religion conflicts. Protestant and Catholic were in strong opposition to one another. After the Council of Trent, the Catholic Church realized it needed a new way to counter the growing influence of Protestantism. And that new weapon was art. Before the Baroque period, art focused on perfect proportions, order, symmetry, and classical ideas rooted in rational thinking. But at this point, the purpose of art completely changed. It was no longer about showing knowledge or intellectual perfection. It was about expressing the power and authority of the church. And that is how Baroque art was born, which is dramatic, emotional, and powerful. This tanker showed the classical design of Baroque art style. The first thing to notice is the crowd look design. In the Baroque period, artists doesn't like living empty space. They cover the cup with swirling flowers and leaves. If you look closely, the pattern look like they are moving or growing. That flowing feeling is a classical Baroque trait. Notice how the lid and the feet are gold, but the middle is silver. This is called pastel gil. It wasn't just to be fancy, it was about drama. In that period, people had parties by candlelight. Using two different colors can make the cup sparkle and stand out, showing off the owner's wave. Finally, look at the feet. Instead of the flat bottom, the cups stand on the three large pomegranates. Baroque style love things look grand, heavy, and powerful. Everything from the thick handle to the big ball-shaped feet was designed to make the object feel solid and important. For the costume, women's fashion shifted towards softness and movement. The menstrual style emerged as a loose, flowing gown that draped naturally over the body, replacing rigid, structured shape. Gold and blue were the most fashionable colors, while stiff, standing colors disappeared in favor of softer, natural necklines. Texture silk allowed garments to flow freely, creating a sense of motion and fluidity. The shape became more relaxed, with lower shoulders, billowing skirts, and gentle volume. This reflects an era devoted to pleasure, enjoyment, and indulgence. Baroque furniture is known for its ornate details, elaborate carvings, gilding, and inlays. The gems are crowned with carved line marks, edged with elegant inlaid ornamentation. It features bold, dynamic shapes. Curved lines, sweeping forms, and flowing surface make every piece feel lively and dramatic. Luxurious materials are used, and it has imposing presence, large, heavy, and designed to impress, filling any room with grandeur. It reflects the 17th century's European spirit of power, grandeur, and dramatic artistic impact. The next session introduced how 1980s aesthetic re-emerged in the late 1990s. Retro art looked back roughly 20 to 30 years from the present, reimagining the style and the culture of a recent past. It reflects the lifestyle, music, fashion, and attitudes of a specific era. In the late 1990s, a revival emerged that embraced 1980s aesthetic, giving rise to genres like vaporwave, future funk, lo-fi, and retrowave. Visually, this movement became known for palm trees, neo-grid backgrounds, and VHS scanlines, symbol of nostalgia shaped by digital reinterpretation. In the 1980s, the Sony Walkman completely changed the way people listened to music. It moved music from a shared public space into a personal world, allowing people to listen to their own choice anytime and anywhere through headphones. It became a symbol of youth culture and individualism. Music became private, portable, and deeply personal. Cassette tape became the dominant music format, and the mixtape emerged as an early form of personal playlist. The Walkman was not just a piece of technology, it was a fashion accessory and a statement of lifestyle. More than anything, the Walkman represents the spirit of 1980s, freedom, self-expression, and live emotion. The outfit reflects key fashion shifts of 1980s, defined by bold expression and exaggerated outline. The black button-up shirt featured a neo-splatter print with bolder patterns and brighter colors. The baggy fit of the shirt signature of how everything got bigger in the 1980s, marking a clear departure from the slimmer style of previous decades. The bottom is the Jordache jean with matching blue suspenders. Jordache jeans have been all the rage since the early 1980s, and suspenders were nearly popular for teens. For the cut of the jeans, the looser cut in the hip and a taper leg, which is very different from the tight cutting in the 1970s. The suspender has become a popular outwear look in different ways. Suspender were originally considered as underwear as functional strap to keep your pants or garters up. Rebellious youth subcultures like punk in the 1970s and new romantics in 1980s wear suspender over their clothes. That's why it became a trend in teens. For the shoes, the Reebok Freestyle high-top sneakers were designed in 1982 for aerobic shoes and marketed for women. It became popular due to the fitness and the aerobics boom. At the same time, celebrities, pop culture, and sport endorsement helped turn sneakers into a symbol of youth, style, and daily fashion. Wallpaper was a defining feature of many 1980s interiors. Home design embraced bold colors and unapologetic patterns as a reaction to the earth tone aesthetic of the 1970s. Seeking vibrant colors and unique, personality-driven space, florals and geometric motifs were all hallmarks of 1980s decorating. Loud, colorful, and unapologetically over the top, rather than a single bold color accent wall. Pattern drenching will be the new approach. Mirror a 80s culture driven by confidence, pop influence, and self-expression. Let's move on to the next period, 2000 years. The origin of Y2K fashion can be traced back to the late 1990s, at the turn of millennium. During this period, the world experienced major technological advances, such as the rise of internet and the widespread of use of mobile phones, which were reflected in clothing and accessories. People's anticipation of the new millennium pushed this trend. As the year 2000 approached, fashion mirrored society's mixed emotion of excitement and anxiety. The tech boom of the era, combined with the fear surrounding the Y2K bug, inspired a wave of futuristic design. From 1998 to 2006, CCD, Charge Coupled Device, was the main image sensor used in digital cameras, aligned with the peak of Y2K culture. CCD cameras capture everyday millennium life, from travel and school to parties and family moments, shaping the visual memory of a generation. Their image aesthetic defined the era: high contrast, cool tone, strong flash, long highlights, and visible digital noise. Technology itself became aesthetics, with metallic finishes, compact bodies, and round edges. CCD cameras embody a futuristic Y2K design language. Positioned between film cameras and smartphones, CCD represents a transitional moment before AI, HDR, and algorithm-driven perfection. They symbolize the first moment digital technology became personal, playful, and mainstream in 2000 years. Y2K fashion signature by metallic shine, high saturation candy colors, and translucent materials, reflecting a joyful, futuristic imagination inspired by space and early digital technology. The fashion was about wearing things that look a little too small. Short, fit cardigans add to that shrunken look, highlighting a slim bodyline. Next, the slogan culture. In the early 2000 years, clothing were a form of self-expression. Instead of subtle details, people wear bold words right on their chests. Sporty, curved lettering like this was heavily influenced by American campus and street style. It is worth noting the contrast in materials. Soft cotton and knit fabric in sweet bubblegum pink on top, paired with black pattern skirt below. That contrast created a look that both cute and confident. It showed Y2K style didn't stick to one vibe. It can mix opposites. Finally, talk about the color. Bubblegum pink is pure Y2K. It is bright, playful, and slightly plastic looking. This color reflects how the era imagined femininity, bold, fun, and completely different from the milk tone of 1990s. Lighting defines the Y2K atmosphere. It should never be harsh or overhead. Instead, rely on color ambient lighting. Fiber optic lamps are a quintessential element. Neon signs, specifically in pink, purple, or blue, add a personalized touch. Projector lights that cast galaxy pattern or aurora borealis effects on the ceiling help achieve that space age, an ethereal vibe that was so popular in music video of the era. It is a rejection of the savage life, offering instead a dopamine-inducing environment that feels like living inside a favorite childhood video game, reflecting a playful, futuristic mindset of 2000 years. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.